Stage 3, the subway. The very first thing we're going to do is dash to the left, stack the scroll, and take care of the scrub mob. I wanted to take care of the flying enemies first since they have the highest chance of sniping me out of the sky. However, the targeting system had other plans, but that's alright. The bugs decided to be passive and decided to let me take care of the grounded enemies first. I wanted to be a little careful with the wall crawlers since they do have an attack where they can charge a ball from their head, which does have an active hitbox while charging up, so it's something you want to keep in mind. Now, instead of taking care of the next spawn right away, I decided to run past them until the next two enemies spawn. The main reason why I did this is because you get a bigger Tate score taking out the scrub mob later, as opposed to killing the first three and then the last two. Now, our next enemy is going to be the Block Boy, and the main reason I call him that isn't going to be apparent now, considering how I deal with them, but keep that name in mind. Now, you're going to see me toss a kunai before dashing right at them. I'm doing that so I can potentially bait a block encounter, or the kunai will connect, freezing them in place and letting me get the free kill. Any opportunity where I can get a back attack, I'm going to go for it because you get double damage while hitting enemies in the back. And with these enemies spawning the way they do, which is a little bit delayed, the back attack is kind of sort of pretty free. With the final mob, I'm going to charge attack through these two enemies to smash the bugs, toss a kunai, dash at the Block Boy, kill the Block Boy, and we're going to listen to the majestic noise that is the train. A little bit late on Q train, but you got it. We're going to take a couple of detours this time around. First by grabbing this kunai bundle in this room off to the right. I want to have access to kunai bursting as often as possible, and this game is very stagey with kunais, so that do mean I will go out of my way for kunai bundles whenever I see them. Because of the enemies have a pretty lengthy spawning in animation, I can't take them out right away, they just don't have an active hitbox. Now this section I boxed up a little bit because the Block Boy decided to walk towards my direction instead of standing in place. The plan was to charge attack off the slope, dash 2, and kill the bug, kill the wall crawler, and kill the last bug. It was supposed to be a little flashy sequence, but it'd be like that sometimes. And speaking of another botch, here we go. Instead of my charge attack killing all three of the Bug Boys and Block Boy, I missed two having to go back and kill them. On top of that, my charge attack flies over the first Block Boy and falls over the second. The price I pay for being flashy, and unfortunately life goes on. Fortunately, not for these spawn boys. We got ourselves our first extended Tate. 30 enemies. Before that, I want to grab the coin and the free 5,000 points. I have a very specific order in which I kill these enemies to make it flow pretty smoothly. As you can see. Now you see me kill every possible mob in our way so far. We're going to go off a bit of a script in the next section, while still almost making it to 10 minutes. Damn, these stages are pretty long. Now you're going to start seeing me skipping the bigger and more annoying scrap mobs. That's for your sanity and my own, because if I didn't, this stage would take at least 15 minutes long, and I don't think anyone would want to sit through that. Hell, I know I won't, and I'm the one who's playing this game. Since this game hates my guts, they're going to toss another big boy at us. Instead of one that wraps us, this one shoots us. That's okay because he's not going to do anything except watch us charge our sword and die to an unblockable. This next one potentially can, however. While he was pretty passive here, he can decide to shoot us while we're taking care of the flying bugs. That's alright though, because instead he decides to walk towards us and submit to death. Here comes our third big boy of the stage, who's pretty late. So he's going to be pretty dead. For this next mob, I want to charge attack through these two Block Boys, toss a kunai at the third Block Boy, and charge attack the big boy. He can decide to be a bit of a dick towards us and shoots us off screen, but he was smart and decided to slash us instead. Now I really didn't want to take the risk of randomly getting shot at here, so I'm just going to mosey on past these guys, cling onto the wall, and take care of these guys instead. This was a nice, clean little road, taking care of 3 enemies at once because Hotsuma is a very balanced character. Now I'm going to snatch up this coin because another free 5,000 points is always nice, and take this 1,000 point coin because hey, why not? I'm going to take care of the second Tate room, although a bit more slowly. There's just way too many flying bugs here trying to shoot me down. Despite that though, I still take out most of this room pretty cleanly, save for a few snafus with the camera. I'm also starting to use kunais on the bug, so I know for certain that particular bug that I shot at don't have a chance of shooting me off screen. Now I actually baited the block boy here to attack thanks to my kunai, but I failed to punish because the game decided that the bug behind him was more important. So I dropped the 30 Tate chain. It's too late. We're already committed to this run, boys and girls, so no resetting here. Oh, and for good measure, I'm taking the last scroll. We're going to ignore this mob as we're leaving this area, mainly because there's no real need to take them on. The points are just really worth it here, and we only have one more section left, so there's no real need to risk a reset, you know? It's just never a good idea to put yourself in a situation where you can potentially take damage if it's easily avoidable. Thankfully, these next set of scrub mobs here are pretty light in numbers and spread out just far enough so that I don't have to worry about getting sniped out of the sky. Like that. The block boys here are lined up in optimal killing position, so a free 2 for 1 thanks for the charge attack, and a kunai toss at the wall behind us for good measure. We're going to take out the block boy and the wall crawler from behind, take out the wall crawler in front of us, and kunai toss at the wall crawler on the pillar so it don't get too cheeky, and that's that. We're gonna ignore that kunai miss. I didn't miss, I hit it. I want to hit this wall crawler as it spawns in, charge attack the block boy for its namesake, dodge behind us in case any of these enemies decide to get cheeky, check the kunai for the block boy, and bam. It's mostly free Tate. I'm gonna grab this kunai bundle for these next set of wall crawlers. They're all bundled up on this next pillar, so that means we get a free kunai burst here. I did this Tate almost well, or would have been well thanks to the camera, but I was still able to recover. And I dodged this wall crawler attack and showed him who's really cheeky. This next mob is actually a pretty cool kill. I run past the pillar, kunai burst, and take them out before I can even touch the ground. It was pretty clean. Actually, it was very, very clean. Now, despite having at least 6 more enemy waves to kill, I'm ignoring 5 of them. I'm just going to fall to the ground, grab these points, and rear off to the final mob before boss time. Nothing too fancy here. It really isn't. Actually, I almost botched the boss fight. Not so much by getting hit. I think I did a pretty good job of that. It was I missed the Tate. I was afraid that it was going to happen on my successful run because, you know, stuff like that always happens on successful runs. Oh, and can't forget about the free points now, can we? Like the Stage 2 boss, you can manipulate its AI to an extent. Depending on where you stand at, it will attack you with specific body parts. Its first attack will always be roaming around on the ground, like that. Once it stops, stand next to its tail and it will shoot sticky slime at you. And after that, it'll either shoot you from its midsection or swing at you with its tail. I got shot. I also got lucky with the enemy spawning as fast as they did. I was able to take out the first boy pretty quickly, but the game decided to lock onto the furthest block boy away from me, so I dropped the Tate. But that's cool. I was able to improvise, and I'm Hotsuma, so even 2 enemies down, I'm able to get the Yoko. And unlike Hisui or Hibana, you don't need to hit his weak point. And that's that. I hope you enjoyed watching this run as much as I enjoyed doing it, and until then, see you next time.